Okay, this lesson you're doing today is over similar shapes, similar polygons. Okay, the big idea is if you have similar shapes, one's an enlargement of the other. Okay, if you look at this EFHG shape and the one with A, B, D, and C around it, okay, the shape on the left is enlarged from the small one. Okay, you could say that the first shape is the second shape enlarged, or you could say the second shape is the first shape reduced. Okay, but similar shapes have the same shape, but they're not the same size. Okay, I'm just going to give you the gist of what you really need to know. Okay, if you have two similar shapes, okay, the important thing is the angles that correspond, the angles that are in the same place are equal to each other. So like angle A and angle E are equal to each other, okay, because they're in the same place. Okay, angle B and angle F are equal to each other because they're in the same place. Okay, D and H are, and C and G are also. Okay, those are all sets of equal angles. Okay, so that's one thing. And the other thing to know is that sides in the same corresponding place are proportional to each other. Okay, it's really going to be a lot easier if we just go through some problems. Okay, so if you're on slide 2, okay, if I know that these two shapes are similar, okay, and they're just letting us know that. Can you kind of see that the big shape on the bottom would be the small shape enlarged? Okay, it's supposed to, hopefully you can see that if I enlarge the small shape, I would get the big shape. Okay, they're similar. Okay, so the corresponding angles are equal to each other. Okay, that's a fancy way to say the angles in the same place are equal to each other. Okay, so that means this angle A and this 42-degree angle, okay, they're in the same place. So they're equal to each other. So that means angle A has to be 42 degrees. Okay, look at the angles here on top. This 110-degree angle and this angle that says F, okay, these are in the same place. Okay, they're corresponding angles. So these two angles are equal to each other. So angle F has to be 110 degrees. Okay, 140 and H. See, those angles are in the same place, so they have to be equal to each other. So angle H has to be 140. And over here at the end, we have angle C, and we have this 68-degree angle. See how they're in the same place? Okay, they have to be equal to each other. So angle C has to also equal 68 degrees. Okay, so when you have similar shapes, the angles that correspond to each other, okay, which means they're in the same relative place, they're equal to each other. Okay, what we're going to spend most of our time on, though, is knowing that when you have two similar shapes, the corresponding sides are proportional to each other. And if we know that, we can find missing sides. Okay, so what I did, I wanted you, as you do these problems, I gave you strips of blue and strips of red so you could kind of distinguish one set of corresponding sides from another set of corresponding sides. Okay, bear with me. It gets better. If I wanted to look at this 15 centimeter side, okay, I'm going to put a blue strip around it. Okay, this 15 centimeter side would correspond to the 75 centimeter side on the big triangle. Okay, see how they're both on the left? This is the left side of the triangle. This is the left side of this triangle. So 15 is in the same place as 75, relatively. It's just one's from the small triangle and one's from the big triangle. Okay, let's look at x. Okay, side x. X in the small triangle corresponds to 85 in the big triangle because they're in the same place. Okay, they're both on the bottom. Okay, so if we know that 15 corresponds to 75, and we know that x is corresponding to 85, we can use that to find a proportion. And the way I'm going to suggest you guys do it is just go blue over blue equals red over red. Okay, 15 over 75 equals x over 85. Okay, I'm going left to right both times. Okay, 15 over 75 is proportional, 15 over 75 is proportional to x over 85. And before I go on, we could have gone right to left both times. Okay, I just like to go left to right. As long as you're consistently going either small shape to big shape or consistently big shape to small shape, it should be okay. But I'm a left to right person. I want to go 15 to 75, left to right, is proportional to x over 85, left to right. Okay, here's my proportion. When you solve a proportion, look for the two numbers in your wings. Look for the wing that has two numbers in it. Okay, that would be this wing. It has a 15 and an 85. Multiply those together. I have a calculator link for y'all. You get 1275. Then take that 1275 and divide it by the number in the wing that does not have a partner. See, the 75 doesn't have a buddy. So you're going to take that 1275 divided by 75, and that gives you 17. So the missing side is 17 centimeters. Okay, this just takes practice, but what we did, we found the sets of corresponding sides, the 15 and the 75, because they were in the same place. Okay, the x and the 85, because those are in the same place. Okay, we wrote a proportion showing that 15 over 75 is equal to x over 85, and we butterflied it to get the missing value of x, which is 17. Okay, maybe try, if you're using my video, try the next problem, number 2. Maybe pause the video and try it on your own, and then see if you get it. Okay, so number 2, I want to first think about my corresponding sides. Okay, my 91 on the small shape corresponds to 140 on the large shape because they're both on top. Okay, they're in the same place. The 195 on the small shape corresponds to x on the big shape. Okay, so I'm going to use those two sets of corresponding sides, blue over blue, red over red, to write a proportion. Okay, so I'm going to type in 91 over 140 equals 195 over x. Okay, 91 over 140 equals 195 over x. And then it's just a matter of butterflying. Okay, I'm going to multiply the two numbers that I have in the wing. My wing has 140 and 195, so I multiply those together. Okay, I get 27,300. I'm going to take that answer and divide by the wing, the number in the other wing that does not have a partner, the 91. So I'm going to take that 27,300 divided by 91, and I get 300. So my missing side is 300 millimeters. Okay, see if you can work on some of the others with the solutions. I don't want to make the video too long because YouTube will knock me off. But let me do one more problem. Okay, let's look at slide 4. Okay, there's a possibility they're going to give you two shapes that are similar, but they're going to take one shape and mess it up. They're going to twist it around. They're going to try to confuse you. So it may be hard to know which sides correspond to which sides. At least it is for me. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, when I see these two shapes, I don't know what corresponds to what. I'll show you a trick real quick. Okay, if I'm looking at side X, okay, look up here in this statement. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Okay, look at X. X is between A and B. Okay, look at A and B here. A and B are the first two letters with the ABC part. Okay, A and B are the first two letters. Well, I'm gonna know AB corresponds to the first two letters over here, PQ. I promise it'll always work. If AB are the first two letters here, that side is going to correspond to the first two letters over here, PQ. So the side that joins P and Q is the 6. So that means X corresponds with 6. Okay, 14, if I wasn't sure, 14 joins A and C together. Look up here. Look where A and C are. A and C is the first letter and the third letter right here. So AC is going to correspond to the first letter and the third letter over here, PR. Okay, the side that joins points P and R. Here's P, here's R. So 14 must correspond to 7. So even though you're trying to mess the shapes up to confuse you, we could know by the order of these letters that X corresponds to 6 and 14 corresponds to 7. And then you're on your way. You would just type X over 6 is proportional to 14 over 7. Okay, and then you just cross multiply again, the butterfly, multiply the 14 and the 6 is 84. And then you take 84 divided by the lonesome 7, and that gives you 12. Okay, so the missing side is 12. Okay, hopefully this video helped. Do your best. I will help you. If you guys are using the video and you're still not sure what I'm talking about, please email me because I want to help you. Keep me posted, okay? I want to do what I can to help you.